Good morning, everyone. Simon here. How you going? I hope your day's been great. I hope the last couple of days have been great. I hope your New Year's looking fantastic, man. I've been having so much fun. I've been very busy. Sorry I haven't put a couple of videos up in the last couple of days. I know I haven't had a chance to get out to the beach. Sometimes you have to work. You just can't afford that half an hour, that hour to step aside. That's me. Sometimes I just, it happens. So yeah. Well, today I wanted to talk about ego, man, and the fact that, you're putting aside your ego to accomplish what you need to do, and having success and stuff, and learning, and if you're feeling that you're losing grip on your own reality, you know what I mean? So I know that especially when stuff happens in your business and in your life, things can get you down, it can really break you down, especially if you've put a heart and soul into something. That makes life a lot harder. When you put so much passion into something or someone, and then they go and do wrong by you, or something happens. I know it breaks you down. You feel like you've done something wrong, right? That you're the one that's in the wrong there. You know what I mean? If it's your business, all right, it might be that you did do something wrong. Stupidly, I did something wrong yesterday, which I shouldn't have done, and that's my ego. And sometimes I still let that slip through. I struggle with it. It's only been a short time since I've even realised that these things happen. That I need to put that aside. But straight away I realised that I did that, and I did that to myself, and stupidly I did it. And if you ever see this video, you'll know who I'm talking to. Sorry. Yep. My ego. So you gotta first, you gotta take possession of it, right? You gotta know and take the authority of it, that, and accept that it's your ego that's doing it to you. All right. So, but once you realise that, you can change. Everyone can change. Don't think that you can change overnight, right? It's the same with making money online. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. It's a time thing, right? And the only way to get better at being a better person is to learn new things. Learn things that are going to better yourself. It doesn't matter all the gurus and prophets within history, right? They've all preached ego. Okay, they've all preached or tried to teach people that to let go of their ego, and surrender themselves. And that way, you'll be a better person. Because if we keep letting our ego step in front of us, okay, then we start to produce what's evil in the world. Yeah? Ego has produced every single war. Right? It's because of people's ego that people go to war, that we've had to land grab because we want more, right? Because our ego steps up and says, I want that piece of land. We need that piece of land more than you need that piece of land, right? So, even Buddha, if you remember the story of Monkey, right? I used to love watching this Monkey as a kid. I went and downloaded it because I just love it. I love Monkey. I think it's funny as hell. It's one of those things, but it's actually a story, or a series of stories, to teach us how to be loving and caring human beings, right? And the whole idea is to be an egoless, loving, caring human being, right? So, Monkey was the mischievous one. He was wreaking havoc across the world, right? So he let his ego become so big that he thought he was just the bee's knees, right? So what did Buddha do? Boom, chuck you under a mountain, mate. There's a mountain, sit under it for a while. And so the only way Monkey could get out of it, right, if you remember, right, from the story, the only way Monkey got out from underneath that mountain was he had to let go of his ego. Right, he had to drop his ego to get out from under that mountain. The mountain was immovable. Right, if you've got ego, you're going to come up against a mountain. You're going to be coming up against someone who is just an immovable because they've let their ego go. Right, you want to be that mountain. You don't want to be Monkey underneath the mountain. Right, so for Monkey to get out, he had to drop his ego. He had to learn how to let it go. Right, and that's how he got out. Right, so it's all you have to decide is that, and know that, like, you are getting in your own way and letting that ego just be. Right, you can get out of it. You can get out of it just by letting go, by getting out from under that mountain. And to do that, you need to drop your ego. Right. Sometimes, like, when you're learning to do it, it's like you're going to fall back into that mentality, that mental pattern. But understand and realize that you've just stepped back into it and go, oh, I won't do that again. I've done it. Yep, no, good. Make a mental note. Don't try, because the whole idea is to create patterns in your brain, okay? Patterns in your heart, So try and associate the change. If you associate the change with something good that's happening around you in your life, or something that, like, something you have accomplished, or something that brings happiness to you, right? The change will happen faster. Okay? So, I mean, you don't have to be into religion to actually, like, learn from it. You know what I mean? I don't go to church. I'm not the religious type. I was born Roman Catholic. I was baptized Roman Catholic, but I was never, ever went to church. Well, we did go to church, weddings and funerals and stuff, but that's really it. Like, my grandparents didn't go to church, and then they went to church. Okay? But you don't have to be religious to actually study and learn from these things. Okay? Because like the Bible or the Torah or anything like that, it's actually teaching you how to be good people. Right? These are I don't want to say rules that you should, like, adopt within your life. You know what I mean? It's like, they're lessons. Okay? They're all lessons. It's the same, like the Kung Fu, like, mentality, right? It's the same thing. They're lessons in life. What Buddha teaches, they're all lessons. Okay? What Jesus Christ taught, they were lessons to teach us how to be better people. Because they all saw what was wrong with the world. Right? We see what's wrong with the world every day. But are you willing to step up and actually drop your ego to not be part of the what is wrong? Because that makes you actually, like, being part of the wrong actually makes you the wrong. You're in the wrong. Right? So, there's lots of things we can learn from philosophy and stuff like that. Okay? They're all lessons. Everything you need to be taught to be really good people within life. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to change. I want you to create your change. Right? And I want you to drop that ego. Because everyone has it, and everyone starts out. It's something we learn. Right? There's a difference between ego and arrogance and confidence. Okay? They're all separate little different things. Right? But don't let your ego become arrogance, or your confidence become arrogance, because then it leads back to ego. Alright? Sparto's got a new friend. Oh, yeah. Well, that was fun, wasn't it, for 5 seconds? Yeah, so, learn. Like, there's ways to get your mentality out of that framework, you know what I mean? You want to be able to do that. You want to be able to create the change in your life. We're not just here to try and make money in this world, okay? We don't need to make money, right? We're brought up that we need to go to school, to learn, to get a job, to go to work for the man, right? Our freedom, we can't have our freedom because we've been controlled and our mindsets have been so plastered with watching TV, seeing what we see on the internet these days, right? Ads are everywhere. You download an app. Oh, it's a free app. But there's ads. Everywhere there's ads. Right? And they're all to make you stop thinking. Right? Have you Okay, have you ever thought or wondered why, right, there's no ads for Ferrari? Have you ever seen an ad for a Ferrari? Do you know why? Do you know why there are no ads for a Ferrari on TV? Why you don't see an ad for a Ferrari on your computer, on your phone, wherever? That's because the rich people don't watch TV. Do you know why? Because they don't need to watch TV because they understand that they're getting brainwashed. Right? You're being brainwashed. Simple as that. TV is, like they say, you know, you can't do like propaganda and stuff, like blah, 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 you know, like every 25 seconds you're going to see, watch TV, you know what I mean? Like every 20 frames or 30 frames of your TV is going to be a flash, you know, subliminal messaging. There is no subliminal messaging. Well, there is, and you're watching TV, right? If you stare at your TV long enough, you know what happens? It actually burns into your eyes. Right? You know how when you look at something and then you look at a white space and you can see it still? Right? Try and look at your TV next time when you see an ad and watch it. I'm telling you right now, the subliminal messaging is what they're giving you. You don't want to watch it. Right? So you're better off reading something and you're better off like creating a better you. Okay? I'm not saying that you have to go and read the Bible or read manuscripts and stuff like that, but I suggest that you do. Like I'm not saying that I have, you know what I mean, but like I've seen enough, and I know enough. I went through a period where I was studying a lot of religious stuff and Buddhist manuscripts and stuff in the Bible and stuff like that, and other things, a lot of esoteric stuff, and it all just leads to the same. If you look at what Buddha wrote and then what Jesus, what the prophets wrote, and you know, they don't want to admit it, but they're all the same book. They all say the same thing. All right, they're all pointing in the one direction. Right, just that the ego has blown out across the world that no one wants to admit that we're all the same. Right, everyone's out there. Oh, race this, race that, race this. You know what? We're all a human race. The Celtics had one word for everyone, and that was earthling. Pretty fitting, really, isn't it? We're all earthlings. I think so. Go for a run. Go for a run. You know, I think that's pretty fitting for everyone. You know, so I mean, if we should be part of the human race, you know what I mean? But to do that, everyone has to drop their ego. You know, stop being robots. You know, like I said, we don't have to go to work. You know, but the government tells us you have to have money to buy food. No, you don't. You can grow your own food. Right? You can start a community. There's blocks of land. There's tons of blocks of land around here. Like we can start a community of people who just go and grow food. And everyone that grows food gets a share. And those that don't have food can have a share. We can grow enough food for everyone. The world is huge. Right? They say, oh, we can't feed the populace. Because, you know, there's poor people and, you know, they don't have this and they don't have that. There's so much money in the world. Right? Oh, you know what? I saw this great... It was really weird. What's it called? It's this great TV show. It's like a 4-part series. Child something or something. The child. I can't think. But what happened was these aliens came down and like they became the overseers of the world, and they said you're going to have the golden age of man. They're going to bring it forward and stuff. Everyone stopped working. Everyone started growing. Everyone started sharing. Right? You know, they turned around and said to like the ones that owned all the oil fields. They said, you're going to stop pumping oil through those pipes. We're going to set it up to a desalination plant, and you're going to pump water out into the desert. Why can't we pump water out into every single desert in the world? Of course we can. But you know why they won't do it? Because they can't control us then. Right? They want to control us. The giant egos that rule this world want to control everyone. Okay, you want to get away from the control. Okay, you want to change yourself so much that you don't listen to them anymore. You become the immovable mountain, right? I want you to become the immovable mountain. I want you to become such a huge mountain, bigger than Everest, that everyone wants to climb. Right? You're not going to be that mountain by by harboring your ego. Okay, you got to release that ego. Okay, because if you use your ego to stand up and to fight, then you'll know better than anyone else. Not that anyone is better than anyone else to start with. We're all on the same par. Everyone's the same. Doesn't matter who's on the beach. We're all human beings. All right? We're all here. We're all here. But okay. You know that one question in life that everyone, why are we here? That why are we here question? Do you know why we are here? It's to reproduce. That's it. That's the answer to life. Right? If life becomes so perfect, okay, if life becomes so perfect that everything just is right, the world finds a way, right, to go back and make everything reproduce. Okay? There was a point in time when we were just one. Okay? And we didn't need to reproduce. Right? And the world was just perfect. And that was it. But Mother Nature decided, oh no, it's too perfect now. We've got it too easy. We're going to procreate. That's it. Now we need two of everything. Right? I'm not saying that we can ever get back to that place. Right? That's not going to be part of the golden age, blah, 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 whatever. You know what I mean? But as humans, like, we can be better to each other. Okay? Whoa, run! Right? We can be better to each other. You know? We don't have to use our ego to stand up against anyone. Why do we need to stand up against anyone? Why don't we just start sharing everything? Alright? It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what business you're in. We're all one. That's why we're here sharing. That's why you're here listening. Because I'm sharing. Right? I'm giving of myself to you. Like I should. Like everyone should. You know? Like, it's ego. Because like we have it. Me and Shan, we have a bad track record with trying to help people. And they do us over. It happens. I got into that point where I'm just expecting it. You know, I expect it because that's the way I've gone through my life. You know, I want to believe that people can be nice. I want to believe that everyone can be egoless and awesome. You know, bring on the golden age of man. But the evil, the demons in the world that's got everyone, you know, have taken over everyone's brain. Well, it's not really. It's just everyone's just become robotic. You know, I walk down the street and I say hello and like, yeah, or you know what I mean? People just don't care anymore. They've lost the way. They don't see, there is no light. They don't see the light. They don't see that there is a light. Right? There is a light, and that they can do something about it. They don't want to know about it. They don't want to know that they can actually do something about it. You know, I want to believe that everyone's good. I want to believe. I want everyone to show me that they're good. But you know, but to do that, I've got to show everyone else how good I can be. You know, Mahatma Gandhi, be the change that you want the world to see. Be that change. Make that change. Drop their ego. Alright. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Simon out.